Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Krishna Rakshatu no Jagatraya Guruhu. Krishnam Namasyamyaham. Krishne Namarasitravo Vinihataha. Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha. Krishna Deva Samuthitam Jagadidam. Krishnasya Dasosmiham. Krishne Tisthati Sarvametadakhilam. He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Sri Narayana. With blessings of Sri Chinna Swamiji, we continue in Bhagavad Gita. We are in chapter 11. We finished Loka 24. So we'll first review what we learned last week, and then we'll move to the new slokas. So I'll start sharing the screen. Hope you can see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Okay, first question. What did Arjuna see in the universal form of the Lord?
He has seen like Brahma, Shiva, all the devatas, and sages, etc. in his form.
Right. So we saw Brahma, Shiva, all the devatas, and all beings. So he saw all beings in the form of universal form of the Lord. Specifically mentioned about Brahma and Shiva as well. That's something to note. Okay. So next question. Does the universal form prove that Lord is omnipresent and eternal?
Yes, Andy. Yes, it's Arjuna couldn't see the beginning and end or middle of his form. It's omnipresent, all pervasive.
Yes.
He sees a Lord everywhere.
That's correct. Yeah. Okay. That's the right answer. Next question. Does the Lord's universal form prove beyond doubt that Jivatma and Prakriti are real and distinct from Paramatma?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if they are not real, he wouldn't have seen what we can. I mean, that would have been the case, right? If he was showing the form of, the universal form, and they're all not real, he is the only one that is real, then nothing would have been visible except for Paramatma. So Jivatmas and Prakriti are real, and they are part of his body. So Paramatma has Jivatmas and Prakriti as his body. And Jivatmas and Prakriti are also eternal, right? Only difference is Jivatmas do not change form, right? But Prakriti changes form. The matter changes its form. But there is no destruction for both. It's only matter is only changing the form, right? And there's no destruction definitely for Jivatma. Okay. So he saw Jivatmas, he saw Prakriti as all beings in this universe as part of Paramatma's body. Okay. Next question. Is Lord Krishna's universal form a human form? It is simply just a human form?
No.
No.
No. Lord has
spread in all
created.
directions. Yeah.
And I'm just quoting something like Lord has created humans in his form. So that's not the case. So Paramatma's form is, I mean, you cannot even imagine, right? I mean, only with divine eyes, Arjuna was able to see, and he could not even comprehend, even with the divine eyes. So it is difficult to even imagine his Antaryami form, his all-pervading, all-powerful form of Paramatma. So it is definitely not human. Limited. Human form is limited form. Paramatma's form is not limited, right? Infinite. Infinite in space and time. We learned that. Okay. How did Arjuna express that universal form is none other than Supreme Lord? So this is directly a quote from the slokas. How did he express that you are the supreme being, Paramapurusha, Paramatma?
Because he has, as soon as he sees his form, he could picturize the form that has been described in Vedas, Paramatma's form. So
Yeah, he realized that the universal form is Supreme Lord, the one that is described in Vedas, right? How it is described: imperishable, indestructible, inexhaustible. That's what he's seeing there. So he's saying what he's seeing, what he's perceiving. He's the supporter of this entire universe. He's the protector of the dharma, eternal dharma, without beginning, middle, or end, right? So his form is infinite. And he's possessing infinite knowledge, strength, sovereignty, valor, power, glory, right? The six unique attributes of Paramatma, which no one can surpass. I mean, we also have a little bit knowledge, we also have a little bit power, strength. We shouldn't be thinking that he has power or strength like us. There's no comparison even. Can't even compare an ant to an elephant, right? So, the comparison is not even possible. So no one can surpass his knowledge, his power, his sovereignty, and all that. So he was seeing that in his form. Arjuna was seeing in his form. He also saw the crown, mace, and the discus, which are attributed to Paramatma as his unique identifying attributes that he saw in scripture. So he saw Paramatma, whatever is described in the Vedas, whatever he knew of about Paramatma, he is seeing there, and that's what he explained. Okay. Okay. Any questions before we progress? If not, we will move on to the 15th sloka. Sorry, 25th sloka. Hope you can see.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Please chant. Damstra karalani chate mukhani.
Damstra karalani chate mukhani.
Drustvaiva kalanalasanibhani.
Drishtwaiva
Kalanalasanibhani.
Diso na jane na labhe cha sarma.
Disho
Disho na jane na
labhe
labhe
Sharma.
Prasida devesa jagannivasa.
Prasida
Prasida
Devesa
Devesa
Jagannivasa.
Jagannivasa.
Chant together.
दंष्ट्राकरालानि च ते मुखानि
दृष्ट्वैव
दृष्ट्वैकरालानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्मा प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास।
So Arjuna is continuing. Hey Devesa, oh, master of all the devatas, controller of all the devatas. Hey Jagannivasa, oh shelter of this entire universe, one who is supporting this entire universe. Društva eva, just seeing, te mukhani, your mouths, right? The previous sloka, just a little bit. So he saw wide open mouths, right? And he saw large blazing eyes, okay? And then after seeing those, he got extremely agitated. Arjuna got agitated. So he's continuing in this sloka. Just seeing your mouths, how the mouths are damstra karalani, with terrifying teeth, the huge terrifying teeth. Kala anala sannibhani, resembling the fire of pralaya. So from the mouths you have this terrifying teeth, right? And the fire is coming out of the mouths as if it is going to dissolve this entire universe, okay, which is going to cause the cosmic dissolution. Such terrifying vision, his terrifying form he's seeing. So he's saying, Disaha na jane. I do not know the directions. He lost his bearings. People say that, right? Forgot where he is. I mean, where am I? What am I seeing? It's so of course Paramatma is spreading the entire space, right? Space and time that he is able to see. We cannot see that, right? That dimension. So he is able to see this Paramatma everywhere, and such a terrifying face. Faces he has, some of those faces, not all, but some, like they're the lot of fire coming out of the mouth. And so by looking at it, he got scared, and then I don't know the directions. I lost where control of where I am. I don't know where I am, and so he's saying, Sarma na labhe. Sarma na labhe is I do not obtain comfort. There's no comfort for me, right? I'm terrified. So, and Arjuna is saying, Prasida, be gracious. Prasida Devesa Jagannivasa. So, oh Lord Krishna, oh master of all the devatas, oh shelter for this entire universe, please show your mercy, be gracious. What a terrifying form it is. I'm terrified. I lost. I don't know where I am. Right, seeing that terrible form of yours, as if it is going to dissolve this entire universe. Okay, your wide open eyes, blazing eyes, wide open mouth with terrifying teeth and fire coming out of the mouth. Right. So Arjuna is like started shaking. Right, he got terrified, agitated, no comfort for him, right? So, okay. So we'll continue. Continue the next sloka. Please chant. Ami sarve dhritarashtrasya putraha.
Ami sarve
सर्वे
dhritarashtrasya
धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः
Sarvai sahai vavanipalasanghaiः.
सर्वैः सह
Bhishmo Drona Sutaputrasthathasau.
Bhishmadronam sutaputrastathasav
पुत्रस्तथासौ
Sahasmadhiyairapi yodhamukhyaiः.
सहास्मदीयैरपि योधमुख्यैः
Let's chant together. Ami
अमी
सर्वे
सर्वैः धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः
सर्वे
सहैवावनिपालसङ्घैः. Bhishmo Drona
द्रोणस्सुतपुत्रस्तथासौ
Sahasmadhiyairapi
सहास्मदीयैरपि
I think there may be a slight change in some text here, but this is what will follow. So, Ami sarve dhritarashtrasya putraha sarvai sahaiva avanipala sanghaihi. Okay, so Arjuna is saying, Ami sarve dhritarashtrasya putraha. All these sons of Dhritarashtra, Avanipala Sanghaihi Sarvaihi Eva, along with all the groups of kings. Sanghaihi, Avanipala Sanghaihi, along with, Aihi is the third Vibhuti, right? So, with the groups of kings, with all groups of kings, and Bhishmaha, Dronaha, Sutaputraha, Asau, right? So Bhishmaha, Dronaha, Asau, Sutaputraha, Bhishma, Drona, and this son of Charity, right? And who is that Sutaputra? Is referring to Karna. So Bhishma and Drona and Karna, Tatha Saha, so also along with Asmadiyaihi api Yodhamukyaihi, even many of our chief warriors. See, Dhritarashtrasya putraha Bhishma, Drona, Karna. They are the opposite side for Arjuna, right? Tatha, so also Asmadiyaihi Yodhamukyaihi Saha. Even many of our warriors, chief warriors, what's happening then will come in the next sloka, right? So all these warriors who are present there, okay, let us chant the next sloka and then we'll continue. The meaning continues there. What are these kings doing there? What he saw about the kings, okay? This Arjuna is saying, Vaktrani te tvaramana visanti.
वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति
Damstrakaralani bhayanakani.
Damstrakaralani
भयानकानि
Kechidvilagna dasanantareshu.
Lagna dasanantareshu
Sandrusyante churnitairuttamangaihi.
Sandrisyante
दृश्यन्ते
churnitairuttangaihi
Let's chant together.
Vaktrani te
ते
tvaramana
स्वरमाणा
vishanti
विशन्ति
దంశప్రాణాని భయానకాని కేచిద్ విలగ్నా వ్యసనాంతరేషు
వ్యసనాంతరేషు
సందృశ్యంతే
సందృశ్యంతే
దుఃఖైర్మాయైః.
So all the
Varaprasad garu, oka small question andi.
Yeah.
The scene that Arjuna is seeing, like Sutaputra and all that in teeth. So it is very much contextual. That is just looking at the consequence of the war, because this uniform is that everybody dies, right? So he's seeing
Yeah.
only people who, yeah.
That's a good question. So he's seeing what is going to happen at that moment. Okay, and there is a reason why Lord Krishna showed that situation to Arjuna. I mean, he could have shown other things as well, but the context is the war there. So what is going to happen in the war, Krishna wanted to show to Arjuna, right? So he could show something else as well, but it is Arjuna's question there. The whole thing started with, if I don't fight, the war will not happen, right? Now Lord Krishna is showing what is going to happen, and he actually later he says that whether you fight or not, this is going to happen. So it is Lord Krishna's intention to show what will happen at that moment, right? What is going to happen to all these people? Typically, when we go to somebody who can tell the future, right? What is the first thing that you will ask? What will happen to me? Whatever is the current situation, right? Like, if somebody who is looking for a job will say, okay, will I get a job? Somebody is looking for money, will I get money? Or some, marriage, kids, whatever they want, they will ask, right? They are interested in that. So there, Lord Krishna can show what will happen 30 years later, 50 years later, or 3,000 years later. That's not, Arjuna is interested, that will be out of context. So Arjuna is interested in what is going to happen at that moment. So Lord Krishna is showing to Arjuna about what is going to happen to all these kings who are right in front of him, right? So that is more important for Arjuna, and then it will motivate Arjuna to do whatever he is supposed to do, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
So Lord Krishna is saying here that, so all these Dhritarashtrasya putraha, the sons of Dhritarashtra, and all the kings who are associated with him, and Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, along with them, our chief warriors, Visanti, entering, Tvaramanaha, speedily, te damstrakaralani bhayanakani vaktrani, your fearful mouths having terrifying teeth. See, earlier he saw your wide open mouths with terrifying teeth and fire coming out of your mouth. He saw all these kings and entering speedily into, not just slowly, they're going like speedily into his mouth. Okay. So when people, all these warriors, how many warriors are there in Kurukshetra war? Does anyone remember?
18 Akshon, 11 and 7, right? 11 Akshonis and 18, I think.
I think it translates into some number. That's what Varaprasad is asking. Like that is something like 30 lakh people or something, approximately.
Good question. 4 lakhs, if I remember correctly, approximately 4 lakhs. Don't remember if it is just the people or including all animals
Sorry.
as well, but huge number, right? I mean, even
Huge
4
number.
lakhs to 4 lakhs people
Those
there,
days, yes.
right? So many people are present there fighting against each other. All of them are going into his mouth. When that is happening, typically what happens? Dasanantaresu vilagnaha. They're sticking between the teeth. So we have this huge, terrifying teeth. And when somebody, all these people are going into his mouth, some of them are getting stuck between his teeth. Churnitaihi uttamangaihi, with heads smashed, they're ground to powder, right? I mean, it's such terrifying, terrible scene to see, right? So all these, including Bhishma, Drona, and Karna as well, are going into his into Paramatma's terrifying mouth. Some of them are getting stuck in between his teeth, and they're getting crushed, right? So, got it?
It's 40 lakhs and 40 lakhs.
40 lakhs.
It
Okay.
includes
4
elephants and
million.
all that, including elephants and all those things as well.
That's
Including elephants is 4 million. Yes, okay, that's good.
4 million,
Again, it's a great thing is that if you add those numbers, it will add to 9.
okay.
Every like number of Akshayanis is 8, right? 18. So if you add, it will be 9. Number 9. If you add the number of horses, number of people, number of elephants, everything is every number. If you add, it will add to 9 in that in Akshohini formation. That's good. And 4 million.
Yeah, source ChatGPT, and total counts does add up to 9 actually. The number also they gave, right? They gave full breakdown in ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. How much? What's the exact number?
It's 3,936,600.
Oh,
So 3,936,600. That's what it gave here. The total
that's
is
fine.
totally adds up to 9 actually.
Yeah.
It's given in the
So
Bharatam, sir, or while explaining Gita, it's given.
I mean, this information is not in Bhagavad Gita, but like number of Akshohinis and what each Akshohini contains, right? Like how many foot soldiers, how many people on the horses, how many people on the elephants. And horses, 1 person will be there. Elephants, 2 people will be there. The one who, and then chariots, there will be 2 people again, charioteer and the fighter. And yeah, so if you each number adds up to 9, and if you add all of them, adds up to 9 again. That's a great thing about Lakshayani. So many millions of beings, people, all the horses, elephants, and all of them are going into the mouth of Paramatma, and they're getting stuck. And they're going so fast, their heads are getting smashed. Right? Such a terrifying view of that he saw, Arjuna saw at that time. And there is a reason why that is shown to Arjuna. Okay. Let's continue. Please chant. Yatha nadinam bahavombuvegaha
Yatha
यथा
यथा नदीनां
नदीनां
बहवो
बहवो
वेगाः
वेगा
samudramevabhimukha dravanti
समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा
द्रवन्ति
द्रवन्ति
तथा तवामि नरलोकवीराः
तथा
तथा
तवामि
तवामि
नरलोकवीराः
नरलोकवीराः
विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति
विशन्ति
विशन्ति
वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति
वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति
Let's chant together. यथा
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 नदीनां
नदीनां बहवो
बहव
वेगाः
अम्बुद्वेगा
समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा
समुद्रमेवाङ्गभिमुखा
समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा
द्रवन्ति
तथा
तथा
तवामि
तवामि नरलोकवीराः
नरलोकवीराः विशन्ति
विशन्ति
वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति
द्रवन्ति
So when
Parishan.
how these people are going into Paramatma's the universal form, right? Yatha nadinam bahavaha ambuvegaha. Yatha is as many swift currents of the rivers. Samudram eva abhimukha dravanti, flowing towards the ocean alone. So how rivers flow into the ocean, right? Going very fast. So as if many currents of the rivers are flowing towards the ocean. Okay. Tatha. So also Ami Naraloka Viraha, all these heroes of the human world, Naraloka Viraha, all these heroes of human world, that is all these kings, right? The sons of Dhritarashtra, all the kings, Bhishma, Drona from their side and our side, all the chief warriors from our sides as well. All these heroes, Tava Abhivijwalanti Vaktrani Visanti. They are entering your blazing mouths. So just as these currents of rivers flow into the ocean, flow towards the ocean, like they go fast and go into the ocean, same way. So also all these heroes, all these warriors, fighters, they are entering your mouth. Just not just mouth, it is blazing mouths, right? Okay, so it is as if, I mean, like rivers, when they flow and enter the ocean, they do not have a choice. They are flowing very fast and entering the ocean. It is not flowing out of its own choice. They're forced, kind of, right? The rivers are forced to enter the ocean. Okay, so all these barriers are forced, kind of forced, as if a flow of current. Now, when there is a tsunami, like when tornado is happening, like there is no choice, right? All the whatever is in the path will just flow like that, right? Like that, imagine there's something that is forcing them from behind, and they're entering Lord Krishna's mouth, in that universal form, right? With no choice for them, like simply entering, getting crushed there. Right? Imagine he loves all these. I mean, some of them he loves, some of them he doesn't, of course. The ones who once Arjuna loves, Bhishma, Drona, and there are warriors from his side. Even they are going into Paramatma's mouth so fast, and so it is a terrifying thing to see for him. Okay. Next sloka, it will continue. So, Arjuna is explaining this to, I mean, saying it loud to Lord Krishna, right? Okay. Next sloka. यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं पतङ्गाः
यथा
प्रदीप्तं
प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं
ज्वलनं
पतङ्गाः
पतङ्गाः
विशन्ति नासाय समुद्रवेगाः समृद्धवेगाः
नाथाय
नाशाय
समुद्रवेगाः
समुद्रवेगाः
तथैव नासाय विशन्ति लोकाः
तथैव
तथैव
नाशाय
नाशाय
विशन्ति
विशन्ति
लोकाः
लोकाः
तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्धवेगाः
तवापि
तवापि
वक्त्राणि
वक्त्राणि
समृद्धवेगाः
समृद्धवेगाः
Let's chant together. यथा
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 प्रदीप्तं
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 ज्वलनं
ज्वलनं
पतङ्गाः
पतङ्गाः
विशन्ति
विशन्ति
नाशाय
नाशाय
समृद्धवेगाः
समृद्धवेगाः
तथैव
तथैव
नाशाय
नाशाय
विशन्ति
विशन्ति
लोकाः
लोकाः
तवापि
तवापि
वक्त्राणि
वक्त्राणि
समृद्धवेगाः
समृद्धवेगाः
So how they are entering, all these kings, all these warriors present there. Yatha patangaha samruddhavegaha visanti. Patangaha, moths. As moths enter with great speed. Samruddhavega, with great speed, they are entering. Where again, this is an example that Arjuna is giving. The previous example was about rivers entering the ocean. How rivers flow fast and enter the ocean. Here, Arjuna is saying, as the moths, right, small insects, how they enter with great speed, where Pradiptam Jwalanam Nasaya, they enter blazing fire to their destruction. You might have observed that, right? Like if you have a small candle, if you put a candle light, all the small insects will go around and round and round and suddenly fall into the fire. Then probably know that they get burnt, but you don't know why they choose. They simply go into the fire. It's not like fire, somebody is forcing that insect, that moth to enter the fire. It's not that the fire is having some force to, attract like a magnet. But these insects the moths are going round and round, suddenly they'll fall into the fire, right? Like that, some are falling down into the mouth of Paramatma. Tatha eva, so lokaha api samruddha vegaha visanti. Lokaha is worlds. Loka is world, but here the reference is about all the people present there. So all these people is Lokaha. So all these people, all these kings who are present there, they are like the moths which get attracted to and fall into the fire voluntarily. Same way, these kings are also falling into the mouths of Paramatma with great speed. Tava Vaktrani Nasaya. They're entering into the mouths. So he's saying, Tava Vaktrani, your mouths. nasaya, to their destruction. Right? So just like how a moth is entering into the fire voluntarily with great speed for its own destruction, same way, all these kings are falling into your mouth, the blazing fire in your mouth with great speed for their own destruction. Okay. So one is something is forcing them, as if somebody is forcing them. They're going with great speed and entering mode. Some are voluntarily falling down with great speed. Okay. So it appeared like that to Arjuna. But all of them are, of course, they're all getting, they're entering the mouth of the universal form of the Lord, and they're getting crushed between his teeth. They're getting, of course, there's fire coming out of his mouth. So they're falling into that fire. Some are getting stuck, some are getting smashed, right? So, 4 million people, obviously, it's a terrifying vision for Arjuna. Okay. So, Arjuna is continuing. We'll continue to the next sloka. Sloka 30. लेलिह्यसे ग्रसमानः समन्तात्
ग्रसमानः समन्तात्
लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैः ज्वलद्भिः
लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैः ज्वलद्भिः
तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत्समग्रम्
तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत्समग्रम्
भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णो
भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णो
Let's chant together.
ग्रसमानः समन्तात्
लोकान्
वदनैः ज्वलद्भिः तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत्समग्रम् भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णो
Now, Arjuna is continuing. Hey Vishnu, O all-pervading Supreme Lord. Vishnu, one who is pervading the entire universe. So when all these kings are entering the mouth of the universal form of the Lord, Tvam grasamanaha, you are swallowing. Samagran lokan, all the worlds. Again, the world references to the kings who are entering, right? Kings and warriors who are entering the mouth of the universal form of the Lord. So you are swallowing all the kings. Samantat, everywhere. I mean, so many mouths. Like Arjuna is referring to mouths, not just one mouth, right? Imagine all these mouths all over in all directions. Everybody is going into those mouths. Some as if they're being forced, some are like voluntarily falling, but they're all going into the mouths of Paramatma with great speed. Okay. So what is Paramatma doing? Jvaladbihi vadanaihi, with your blazing mouths. Leli yase, So swallowing and Lord Krishna, I mean, in the universal form of the Lord, is Leli Yase, is licking. You're licking your lips all around. Like that. Like because people are going into the mouth and getting stuck in the teeth, hitting the around the teeth, right? So you're as if when we are eating, like if some food gets stuck in to the teeth and to the lips, right? What do? We use our tongue to licking the lips and then swallow it, right? So Paramatma is doing that. Okay. Tava ugraha bhasaha, your fierce rays, samagram jagat apurya, filling the whole universe. Apurya is filling the whole universe. Tejobhihi, with tejaha, with brilliance. Pratapanti, scorching it, right? So all these warriors are entering the mouth, and Paramatma is swallowing them and doing like that, and then swallowing, right? And the with those blazing mouths, he's doing that, and his fierce rays, right? I mean, we saw that the Paramatma's form is as if it is thousands of suns rising at the same time in the sky, right? Such radiance, splendor, brilliance, dazzling light is there. Light as well as heat, right? So with that, this entire universe is getting scorched.
But Bhakrasad Garu, I mean, just it's interesting, right? Even though Arjuna is not able to find his endless form, where the end is, he's still looking like a human, right? Human form. He's only what do you call? He's looking at him as a human with like tongue or whatever. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, if you take each part of it, looks there's a face with mouth, right? Yes, you can imagine that way, but it is not like one face, two hands. I mean, that's what we have: one face, two hands, two legs. Paramatma has so many faces in all directions, can't even count. Paramatma has so many arms, right? Each face associated with two arms, let us say. Like if you have millions of faces, then millions and millions of arms, and then millions and millions of legs. Can you imagine what form it would be? Like it's not you cannot even imagine, right? So such huge form, like terrifying form. Can't find where the middle, where the beginning, where the end, right? Wherever you see some a face here, you see some face there. You see a hand here, you see another hand here, leg here. I mean, all over the place, the entire form is um, it's spreading the entire universe, right?
I mean,
And he
human
cannot
cannot
even
think
see
of.
that. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I mean, what I feel like that shows human cannot think of beyond human form. I mean, right? Whatever they look, finally they end up. Even that movie, right? E.T. They were still, that extraterrestrial form is still having legs, and the human form cannot think beyond that.
Yeah. So that's why I mean, Lord Krishna has to give the divine eyes to Arjuna. The closest that we can think of is a human. You multiply million times. right? So face multiply million times, hands multiply million times, legs multiply million times. That's what he explained also, right? So many mouths, so many eyes, so many faces, faces containing mouths and eyes, and so many hands, so many legs, so many upper parts of the body, so many lower parts of the body. Sorry. So like that. So each part, if you take a little part of that form, yeah, we can say it's human form, but it's not like us. Uh, so powerful. I mean, if it is just our human form with two hands, two legs, right? It's limited. So that form does not have any limit to its power. Again, not imagine so much light coming out of that form. Does light come out of us? No, right? Human form? No. Yes, light comes out of Surya, no, sun, Devata. So it's a combination of all, right? So, sun, we don't see hands, mouths, and things like that, but we see the light. So that all that is combined. Again, we cannot imagine, but to Arjuna, for our description purposes, it is a form of having so many faces, so many hands and legs, and the lot of fire coming out of the mouth with so many terrifying teeth, right? Teeth, and so much light coming out of the body in his form. So with so much light and heat, this entire universe is getting burnt, right? That form Arjuna is saying. Okay. Go to the next sloka. Please chant. आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्ररूपो
आख्याहि मे
याहि मे को
भवानुग्ररूपो
अनुग्ररूपो
नमोऽस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद
नमोऽस्तु ते
नमोऽस्तु ते
देववर
देववर
प्रसीद
प्रसीद
विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यम्
विज्ञातुमिच्छामि
विज्ञातुमिच्छामि
भवन्तमाद्यम्
भवन्तमाद्यम्
न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम्
न हि
न हि
प्रजानामि तव
जानामि तव
प्रवृत्तिम्
प्रवृत्तिम्
Let's chant together.
आख्याहि मे
आख्याहि
को
को
भवानुग्ररूपो
भवानुग्ररूपो
नमोऽस्तु ते
नमोऽस्तु ते
देववर
देववर
प्रसीद
प्रसीद
विज्ञातुमिच्छामि
विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यम्
न हि
न हि
न हि
प्रजानामि
प्रजानामि तव
प्रवृत्तिम्.
प्रवृत्तिम्
So Arjuna got terrified. All these kings are entering Paramatma's mouth. They're getting crushed, they're getting burnt. Such a terrible sight. So Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, Me Akhyahi, please tell me, Bhavan Ugra Rupaha Kaha, who are you in this terrifying form? Right? Who are you in this terrifying form? So Arjuna already said that you are Paramatma, your supreme being, right? Paramapurusha, Paramatma. Um, so he knows he's the supreme Lord. Now, why is he even asking again, who are you? I mean, simple question is, who are you in this, terrifying form? One may think, oh, you don't know who he is, and you are asking. Then Lord Krishna will say, oh, I am Paramatma. That's not the purpose here, because already Arjuna already knows that you are the supreme Lord of this entire world, entire universe. You are the indestructible and all that he mentioned already. So why he's asking this question? Arjuna is see, what are you going to do in this form? Like that is the purpose of his asking. Maybe he is so much terrified that instead of saying that why are you in this form, he said, well, who are you? He basically wants to know, why are you in this form? Why did you take this form? Right? What did I ask you? And what are you showing me? Right? What is the purpose of this form? Okay. So Arjuna is asking, Adyam bhavantam vijnatum ichchami. I wish to know, I wish to know you. Adyam, the one who is the primal creator, right? That is the true translation, literal translation. One who is the creator of all beings, creator of everything. You are the creator, right? I wish to know you. So again, it is saying that I wanted to see something, but you are showing me this terrifying form. I wish to know you, the creator. Okay, please tell me. And he's asking, Tava pravrittim nahi prajanami. I do not know your mission. I do not know why you took this form. Okay. Hey Devavara, great ruler of all the devatas. Te namaha astu. Namaha astu te Devavara. Right? So he's saying, my salutations to you. Namaha te. Salutations to you. Prasida. Be merciful. Okay? Be gracious, be kind. So please tell me why you are showing this form to me. Okay? So he's not asking, oh, please tell me what is your name, what are your qualities. He already saw all that. He knew about him, Paramatma, his Paramatma. So, Arjuna is saying that I'm surrendering to you. I'm your devotee. Then why are you showing this kind of a terrifying form to me? Why are you troubling me? What is your motive behind showing this form, fearful form to me? Okay, I'm not able to understand. Please tell me. I wish to know. Okay, and my salutations to you. Okay, please show mercy and please be kind and tell me what is your mission? Why are you in this fearful form? Right? So then Lord Krishna starts speaking the next sloka. So primarily, we'll go into the details, but what Lord Krishna says is that this form will remind you that I am capable of destroying this entire universe, entire world of kings by myself. Okay, see, you can see that the brilliance, radiance, the light and heat that is coming out of him. You can see so many hands and legs and so many weapons. Obviously, Paramatma, of course, he can do it with just by wishing. He can do all that. He doesn't have to fight like us, right? But still, if he decides to do it, also he's more than capable to kill this entire army of Kauravas, whoever is there. Okay, and the fact that they're all entering his mouth is telling that Paramatma intends to kill all these warriors, like Duryodhana and all the Kauravas, including Bhishma, Drona, Karna. He intends to kill all of them. Okay, and they're already entering the mouth of Lord Krishna, so it is certain, their end is certain. Okay, even if you do not participate in the war, it is going to happen. That's what he showed. Like he showed the future, the near future, what's going to happen. Okay, so even if you intend not to participate or participate and don't kill them, still this is going to happen. This is my intention. Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, so this form, whatever I'm showing you, will remind you that their end is certain. I'm capable of doing all this by myself. Even if you participate or not, this is going to happen. Okay. And since this is anyway going to happen, if you participate in this war, you'll be successful. Right? So Lord Krishna is going to tell him very clearly. Yeah. And then say that, okay, you participate. Even if you don't participate, don't think that these people are not going to be killed. I already showed you that their end is certain. Okay, I intend to destroy. Okay, so it's your choice. I mean, typically we think that we have to participate, we have to do, then only things will happen like that, right? Forget that it is Paramatma who is making things happen behind, right? We are just instruments. That's exactly what Lord Krishna says, that you are just an instrument. I showed you that this is going to happen, so participate and you will be successful. And even if you don't participate, they're not going to survive. So Arjuna got the answer very clearly. Like he was saying at the beginning that, oh, if I participate, how can I, how can I see that Bhishma and Drona be killed and all that, right? So his doubt is clear now. That's going to happen. And I'm more than capable of doing that. Okay. Any questions? Next week onwards, Lord Krishna will answer Arjuna's question. Why are you here? Why are you showing this form to me? Okay, we'll conclude. Kayena vacha mansendriyaiva vajhatmana va prakate svabhava karomi yajjat sakalam parasmai narayanaya samarpayami Srimannarayanaya samarpayami Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha
Namaha.
Jai Srimanarayan. Jai Srimanarayan. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.